Ever find yourself scrolling through job postings, kind of wondering what some of these roles actually involve?
Mhm.
Well, get ready, because today we are doing a deep dive
Okay.
into the world of telecommunications equipment.
Okay.
And we've got some great research from RoleCatcher.com to guide us.
Sounds good. This will be interesting. I think a lot of
Oh,
times
yeah.
people see a job title and they're like, I don't really know what that is.
Right.
But
It can be very intimidating.
it is. It is. So
Yeah.
let's decode it.
Yeah. And RoleCatcher, they really help us go beyond just like the typical, you see fixing phones, and you're like, okay,
Right. Right. It's way more than that.
it's so much more than that. We're
It
talking.
really is the architecture of how
Yeah.
we connect, how we communicate
Yes.
in this digital age.
And how vital that is. I mean, that is
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely.
crucial to our lives these days.
Yeah. Think about it. We rely on
Yeah.
being connected constantly.
Yeah.
So like those massive cell towers you see, the fiber optic cables, all that stuff.
It's mind-blowing.
It's a whole world behind the scenes.
It really is. It really is. Okay, so let's talk about the good stuff,
Okay, yeah. Let's get into it.
the perks.
Right.
Because RoleCatcher really highlights this idea of high demand,
Mhm.
which for anyone listening, that means job security.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, think about it.
Yes.
Everyone needs to be connected, which
Yes.
means
Yes.
the people who design, install, maintain these
Yeah.
systems, they're going to be in demand.
It's not a fad. It's not going anywhere.
This isn't a passing trend. This
It's
is
only going to get bigger.
this is the future.
Yes, exactly. And it's not just about, I love how they say this, it's not just about like landing a job.
Right.
It's this whole career path with staying power.
Longevity.
Yes.
It's a career.
Which is so important when you're thinking about
Absolutely.
what you want to do. Yeah. And speaking of career, RoleCatcher, they don't just stop there. They talk about the potential here
Right.
for really good salary.
Oh, yeah. The earning potential is definitely there.
Yes.
And it makes sense, right?
Right, right.
This is high demand, specialized knowledge.
Right.
Companies are willing to pay for that.
Especially as technology evolves.
Exactly. That's the other thing. This isn't your grandfather's telecom industry.
Right.
We're talking cutting edge, constantly evolving. You're going to be learning, adapting.
Yes. Constant learning curve.
Always a challenge, always something new.
Exactly. So you're never bored.
Never bored, which translates into greater expertise and, yeah, often that greater earning potential we talked about.
Yeah, it's not just about the money, but it's a nice perk.
It's an iceberg, yeah, for sure.
But let's be real for a second.
Oh,
You
yeah.
know?
Yeah, let's keep it 100.
RoleCatcher does mention some things that, maybe aren't as glamorous. They talk about needing technical expertise,
Mhm.
potentially irregular hours, even working with hazardous equipment.
Right, right. It's
That's-
not all sunshine and roses.
Right. What are your thoughts on those kinds of downsides?
Well, I think it's about finding the right fit, honestly. Like, yes, you need a good foundation in technology.
You can't just walk in off the street.
Not really.
Mm.
But don't be intimidated. Okay. There are so many ways to break into this field, and RoleCatcher actually does a great job of outlining those skills you can focus on.
Yeah.
As for the irregular hours, well, that comes with the territory sometimes. Things break, systems go down, you got to be ready to respond.
Right. 24/7.
Yeah, sometimes.
Yeah.
But often that means higher compensation.
That's true. You get paid for your time.
Yeah. And often more flexibility too, which is nice.
Right.
And as for the hazardous equipment, look, safety is paramount in this field. Any responsible company is going to prioritize training,
Well, of course.
protective measures, all that good stuff.
Right.
So it's not like you're being thrown into the lion's den.
So it's like a healthy dose of realism mixed with the understanding that those challenges, they often come with some pretty rewarding trade-offs.
Exactly. High demand, high reward, right?
Yeah. Right.
I like that. Okay, but let's kind of get back to that career path, because one thing that I thought was really interesting that RoleCatcher does is they don't just give you like the basic job description.
Right.
They actually outline a career ladder
Yeah.
in this field, which I thought was fascinating.
I love that. Yeah. It's so helpful to see the progression. They break it down by career stage,
Okay.
starting with entry level all the way up to senior leadership roles.
Wow.
And they don't just list titles, which is cool. They've got these like almost hypothetical profiles.
Oh, that's neat.
It's like meet Sarah, senior telecommunications equipment maintainer. You get a real sense of what each level entails.
Oh, I like that. Yeah, it's like they've created these characters in a career-focused TV show.
Right.
And each one has their skills and their responsibilities.
It's brilliant because it lets you actually see yourself
Yeah.
moving up in the field. Like you could start as a technician, right?
Right.
Installing, repairing, the hands-on stuff.
And then you work your way up. Maybe you become a network analyst.
Okay.
troubleshooting those complex issues.
Yeah, right. So you're not just stuck on one rung. You can...
Exactly. There's a path. Now, one thing RoleCatcher really stresses is tailoring your CV.
Oh, yeah, that's huge.
It's not a one-size-fits-all situation anymore.
No, definitely not. What's the takeaway there for our listeners?
Be strategic. Employers want to see specific skills, especially with these algorithms, right?
It's like those bots are guarding the good jobs.
Kind of. You got to speak their language, which means keywords.
Okay.
Those skills employers are looking for at each level. Remember those profiles RoleCatcher had?
Yeah, the hypothetical ones.
Use those. See what they list and make sure your CV matches up if you've got it.
It's like a cheat sheet for your career.
Exactly. And the best part, RoleCatcher has tons of free resources to help you do just that.
Yeah, I was blown away by that. Over 3,000 career guides. Are you kidding me?
It's incredible. They're making this information accessible to everybody.
It's amazing.
And they've got links to professional organizations too.
Oh, that's smart.
Yeah, for networking, staying updated, all that.
It's like they're giving you all the tools.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So not only do you understand the career path, you're set up for success.
I love it. You know, one thing that really struck me was how RoleCatcher talked about employers using their platform
Well, yeah, it's a total flip.
to find candidates. It's like the tables have turned.
100%. It's
Yeah.
not just about you chasing jobs anymore.
Right.
They're saying, here's what we need. Prove you've got it.
It's like RoleCatcher's playing matchmaker, but for your career.
Exactly. So you're not just reacting to whatever's out there.
Yeah.
You're building a skill set that makes you attractive to these companies.
So it's less about just finding a job. It's about...
Crafting a career
Yes.
that you actually want, that fits your goals.
aligning with what you want.
Exactly. And that's why this deep dive has been so cool.
It really has.
We've brought resources that go deep. You know,
Yeah.
we see the challenges, the rewards, the potential.
The real deal.
Exactly. For anyone willing to put in the work.
I'm feeling super inspired right now. I don't know about you.
Oh, absolutely.
This has been great, not just for understanding telecommunications, but for navigating this crazy job market in general.
It's all about knowledge, right?
Yes.
Knowing the skills,
Yeah.
using free resources like RoleCatcher offers.
Mm-hmm.
You can do this. You can succeed in this field.
100%. And on that note, I think it's time to wrap up this deep dive.
Sounds good.
But remember, everyone, the future is yours to create.
It is.
So keep exploring, keep learning, and until next time, we'll be here to help you navigate the world of work one deep dive at a time.
See you next time.
It's really amazing. Instead of just reacting to whatever's out there, you can build that skill set that makes you so attractive to these companies.
Right. And it puts the power back in your hands.
Exactly.
You're not just sending out 100 resumes and hoping for the best.
Right.
You're saying, this is what I can do. This is how I can contribute.
It's like you're crafting your own destiny almost.
Exactly. You're not just finding a job. You're crafting a career that you actually want, one that fits your goals. And that's, I think, what makes this deep dive so valuable.
Yes.
The resources you've brought to the table, they go beyond the surface. We're not just talking about what the job title is. We're talking about the challenges, the rewards.
The real deal, yeah.
The real deal, the potential that this career path holds for anyone willing to put in the effort.
And I feel like anyone listening right now who is maybe even a little intimidated by technology, this is hopeful. You know that.
Absolutely. This is a field that's going to continue to grow,
Yeah.
which means there are going to be more and more opportunities.
More and more, yeah. And this is a great place to jump off, using the RoleCatcher stuff.
100%. And it all boils down to this. Knowledge is power.
Yes.
The more you know about the skills in demand, the more you utilize free resources like RoleCatcher offers, the better you're going to be equipped to shape your own career path and find success in this incredibly exciting and vital field.
It's like you said, you're not just finding a job, you're crafting a career.
Exactly.
And on that note, I think it's time for us to wrap up this deep dive.
Sounds good.
But remember, everyone, the future is yours to create.
It is.
So keep exploring, keep learning, and until next time, we will be here to help you navigate the world of work, one deep dive at a time.
See you next time.